Welcome back to Daily AI News at Let's Data Science. It's 2026-05-17. Today, we're diving into some pivotal developments from the future of machine intelligence to major product launches. Let's get to it. We begin with the capital markets, where one of the largest semiconductor IPOs in recent history just reignited the AI infrastructure race. Cerebras Systems priced its NASDAQ debut at $185 per share, selling 30 million shares and raising approximately $5.5 billion, according to CNBC. The stock opened at $350 and closed up 68% at $311.07, implying a market capitalization near $95 billion by CNBC's estimate. EE Times, however, calculated a post-listing valuation closer to $66 billion, highlighting how volatile early pricing can be in high-demand tech offerings. This isn't just another IPO pop. Cerebras is positioning itself as a non-GPU alternative in an ecosystem long dominated by NVIDIA. Reporting frames the listing as a signal that investors are once again willing to back AI chip startups at massive scale after a multi-year lull in semiconductor IPO activity. But there are structural risks embedded in the story. EE Times points to Cerebras' October 2024 S1 filing, which disclosed that Abu Dhabi-based G42 accounted for 87% of the company's revenue in the first half of 2024. That level of customer concentration is significant. It means diversification, not just technical performance, will be under scrutiny in upcoming quarterly reports. Cerebras has also announced partnerships this year with Amazon and OpenAI, according to CNBC. That's critical because the company and peers like Grok are no longer just chip vendors. They are increasingly offering vertically integrated, cloud-hosted accelerator services designed to showcase throughput and single-user token speed advantages over GPU-centric stacks. For practitioners evaluating inference or agentic workloads, this matters. Renewed investor capital flowing into alternative accelerator architectures could widen infrastructure choices. But teams must weigh throughput claims against vendor concentration risk, fabrication scaling challenges, and the maturity of cloud-hosted service models. Next, we shift from hardware to the control plane of enterprise AI, where the real battle may now be unfolding. According to the Databricks State of AI Agents report, enterprises are rapidly moving from single chatbots to multi-agent systems. Multi-agent deployments grew 327% in under 4 months. Even more striking, Databricks reports that more than 80% of databases are being built by AI agents. But the most actionable data point may not be adoption velocity. Databricks finds that organizations using evaluation tooling get nearly 6 times more AI projects into production. Those implementing governance frameworks see over 12 times more projects reach production. That suggests the differentiator is no longer just model quality, it's measurement, policy enforcement, and observability. VentureBeat's Enterprise Agentic Orchestration Tracker provides a snapshot of platform concentration. In February, Microsoft Copilot Studio and Azure AI Studio led with 38.6% primary platform adoption, up from 35.7% in January. OpenAI's Assistance API and Responses API held 25.7%. Anthropic rose from 0 to 5.7% in the same cohort. This is a control plane war. The stack now clearly separates into model runtimes, tool and connector layers, and orchestration frameworks that handle sequencing, logging, guardrails, and secure data access. For technical leaders, the implication is clear. Evaluation frameworks and governance tooling are becoming gating functions for productionization. Our third top story underscores the risks emerging alongside these new capabilities. Anthropic's Mythos model is drawing global cybersecurity attention after reports from Inc42 and Forbes India described its ability to identify and autonomously exploit software vulnerabilities. Inc42 reports that Google confirmed a case in which attackers used AI to construct a zero-day exploit. Meanwhile, OpenAI has launched a defensive initiative called Daybreak to bolster AI-enabled security infrastructure. In India, the reaction has been immediate. Telegraph India reports that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman convened banks along with officials from the Department of Financial Services, MeitY, and CERT-In to assess risks. Regulators advised establishing real-time threat intelligence sharing among banks and CERT-In. Indian fintech firms, including 197 Communications, which operates Paydem, Razorpay Software, and Pine Labs, have sought early access to Mythos to test their own systems. Business Standard reports that Anthropic initially limited access to select organizations, including Amazon Web Services, Apple, and JP Morgan, under a program called Project Glasswing. The operational shift here is profound. Automated vulnerability discovery, combined with automated exploit generation, compresses the window between flaw identification and active exploitation. For security teams, this means continuous scanning, rapid triage, prioritized patching, and stronger network segmentation are no longer optional hygiene, they're survival requirements. Now, for a few other key updates in our lightning round. Qualcomm has reportedly signed a major unnamed hyperscaler for custom data center AI inference chips, according to Crypto Briefing. Shipments are expected to begin in December 2026. This marks Qualcomm's return to server infrastructure after exiting the market in 2018. The company is pursuing ASIC-based AI accelerators focused specifically on inference workloads, competing with NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and hyperscaler-designed silicon such as AWS Inferentia and Google TPU families. Watch for published benchmarks and software stack maturity as this develops. In policy news, South Korea's AI Basic Act, a 6-chapter, 43-article law, took effect on January 22, 2026. Reporting from the Wall Street Journal, Yonhap, and Korea Jungang Daily highlights a requirement that generative AI outputs carry watermarks or other provenance indicators. The statute distinguishes between high-impact AI and general AI, with certification obligations for higher-risk systems. Implementation details remain unclear, and Representative Hwang Jung-ah has proposed a 3-year delay for some provisions. For global platforms, configurable watermarking and audit infrastructure are quickly becoming compliance necessities. Meta has launched Incognito Chat with Meta AI on WhatsApp and the Meta AI app. According to Meta's blog and reporting from Wired and the Associated Press, the feature processes conversations in a secure environment, does not save chats by default, and is text only. Meta states that no one, not even Meta, can read your conversations. The system builds on WhatsApp's private processing architecture. For enterprise integrators, ephemeral defaults and provider unreadability claims raise important audit and logging considerations. Finally, workforce dynamics are shifting. The 2026 CEO survey by the Oliver Wyman Forum and the New York Stock Exchange, based on responses from 415 chief executives, found that 43% expect to shift away from junior-level roles over the next 2 years, up from 17% in 2025. Roughly 33% plan to increase focus on mid-level roles, and 45% expect overall headcount to remain flat. Coverage links the shift to automation of routine tasks, such as coding, document analysis, and customer support, reframing the traditional talent pyramid into what the survey calls a middle-heavy diamond. And that's your AI briefing for today. The landscape is moving faster than ever, and we'll be here to track it with you. For more insights, visit us at letsdatascience.com. Thanks for tuning in, stay curious, and we'll be back tomorrow with the latest in AI.